That's not silver, is it?
I do believe I see an 1889.
I can still smell the rain as it soaked into the dusty soil beneath my feet. The cool spring breeze brushed across my face as I stood motionless for what seemed like an eternity. I was in disbelief. In the distance, the shots were still ringing out, almost like a drum beat from the fifes and snares. But I guess I should tell the story from the beginning. I woke up early this Tuesday, much like every day before. The sun had to yet rise over the east hillside behind the barn. Elizabeth had already had breakfast prepared and on the table for me. Eggs and bread with crushed green hickory nut spread. Man, she was something else. The tears welled up just thinking about her. Anyways, a good amount of work had to be completed that day. Fences needed mending, livestock needed tending to. Even the family pet kneeled at my feet as she whined for her morning snack. It was time to get moving. After I finished my breakfast, I made my way out to the barn to begin my chores. With the rainfall running off the roof like a raging river, I turned the rusty handle on the barn door and slid it open. The creaking old thing began my day. There was no time to waste. Elizabeth depended on me to maintain the health of the livestock. After all, they were our lifeline. But this is just part of the story that is difficult to tell. As I took my first steps into the barn, as usual, the animals were acting up. You would have thought they hadn't been fed for a month. They seemed like extra loud this morning, almost like they knew something was about to happen. I continued on. After all, I had 41 pigs, countless chickens, about 5 beef cattle, and 1 dairy cow for our needs. As I threw the pigs and chickens to table scraps from the day before, the rain picked up even more. It may seem hard to believe, but it sounded much like a hurricane that morning. The thunder cracked and the wind howled. The noise was overwhelming. At this point, I would estimate that about an hour had passed. The sun had peaked the hills and was beaming through the cold black clouds the thunderstorms had left behind when I heard the shriek. I stumbled over the farm tools and then quickly ran towards the house. Yet another shriek. Only this time, it was a frightened scream that echoed towards me. The house was a fair distance away, so it was full on run at this point. Bang, 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 I heard as I approached halfway. The slam of the door and the sound of the horses running off were the only noises that were heard now. It was calm. In my surroundings, anyway. It was all the noises mentioned but replayed all at once. As I turned the corner of the house and opened the door, there was Elizabeth, laying motionless on the floor, surrounded by what seemed like gallons of blood. I rushed to her side. She was gone. There was one more scream heard that morning. It was mine. Why they killed her and not me, I will never know. Life in 1781 was hard enough, you know. The different customs of war made everyone a target, farmers and women included. I found out later too the neighbor family had lost their lives at the hands of the British. The war made its way past our farms that day, and many of us became casualties.
Charles was spared that day and was able to tell a story. It lives on, though sometimes graphic and gruesome, but it's a story that needed to be told nonetheless. This long ago home site in the farm is where we search today. Let's see if we can surface some lost history from the grounds of Mr. and Mrs. Jacobson.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back to Detecting PA. We are in the forest again here of Pennsylvania. We have a stream down below us and we are at an early, we think it might be a town site. Now, we got 2 cellar holes here side by side up above this creek. Below the old road, close to the creek, there would have been 2 more cellar holes that on the 1857 map lists a PM. I've seen sawmill for SM, I've seen GM for grist mill, PM maybe a paper mill. We're not exactly sure. But me and Sean are in this area looking for some stuff. This was a 30s tone that somebody probably should have dug before, but it is nothing good. But we're just trying to figure out right now if this site is virgin. But Sean has a good tone over here, and we're gonna go to him right now.
So the tone I have, it wasn't even deep at all. Right here you can see the hole that I dug. Right to the left of it's how far it flung out when I flung the dirt. Let's see if I can see it. Here it is. So this one flying out of the hole. So this is going to be an old jingle bell, not going to be a curdle bell. As I've said before on previous videos, the curdle bells will have a square top and will have a lot fancier design on it. This is just going to have the T cuts for the on the outside of the bell, and you're going to have the holes cut on the top. And it's actually cleaning up pretty good. Might be tomback. So it's gonna be kind of hard to clean it up in the field. I'll try to do a little bit of a job here and we'll come right back. That cleaned up really easily and really good. And you can actually hear the jingle in it. Pretty cool. I don't know if I have an actual jingle bell with the 2 slits. Normally they just have the 1 that I have. So that's a good one to add to the collection. Pretty cool find. I mean, this is for sure something that you would dig if you were at this site. So Jerry and I might have stumbled on a site that hasn't been detected before. We're gonna find out. I got my second find in the hole. As you can see, the creek is right behind me. This find, it was huge when it came out. I thought it was gonna be a huge old musket ball. Still pretty cool nonetheless. We're gonna look at it together here. Pretty cool piece of history for this site. Like I said, when it came out of the hole, I thought it was gonna be a big old musket ball, but it turns out, I do believe this is gonna be a ball button. Now, if there's gonna be anything on it, I'm not sure. Might have to give it a little bit of a brush and some nose grease, see if we can get anything off of it. Might just be a regular plain old ball button, but these could date back, you know, to the early 1800s, maybe even before that. I'm gonna brush it off and see what comes out of it. Well, there's nothing on it. It's just a regular ball button. I'm gonna assume it's a ball button. I mean, it might not be. This looks like it's packed full of dirt. I don't know if these were hollow or not. Pretty cool find nonetheless. I mean, if it is a ball button, like I said, it goes back to the early 1800s. Good targets to be found here. We'll see if we can surface anything else.
All right, I got a couple good tones and targets here. So let me show you the first one. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Come out of this hole here. This isn't a brass piece of, kind of reminds me of a trigger guard to a musket, but this thick piece here, I don't think it's the case, but I don't know. You guys have any ideas of what that might be? And then my other target's right over here. Now I do know what it is, and it's pretty cool. Maybe not quite as old as what we were hoping, but let me turn you around and show you what it is. So in this hole here, I popped out this piece. Now I thought it was a piece of pewter, and it does appear to, it's very heavy, like it's lead or something cast. That is an old truck. What makes it even cooler is it's a pencil sharpener. Now, I don't know if that is early 1900s, I'm guessing probably, maybe 1910. I'm not exactly sure. If you guys have a date on that, let us know. Maybe it was a fire truck, or, I mean, it's probably around that time frame, maybe 1920. So I'll take it, man. That's cool. I'll clean it up real good, and looks like the truck's got some pretty cool details to it. Maybe it was an old fire truck. So pretty neat. All right, everybody, I got another decent signal here. It is a cool relic. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I'm gonna pan around and give you an idea. It opens up a little bit down there, but it's still super thick to swing. Up here, on the other hand, I mean, it's got some spots you can get in, but look at all that mess. So we are finding some tones in here. I do believe this possibly was metal detected before, just because we're not finding, you know, a bunch of tones. But yeah, let me turn you around and I'll show you what we got here. All right, so in the bottom of this hole here, I popped out a relic up here, but let's look at this first. So this is an old bottle. Not sure what it says. Pair Restore something. You bottle guys might know what that is, and bottle girls. But right here, I got an old thimble. That is pretty cool. It's not silver or anything. Just looks like a little copper thimble. It is a bigger one. A man could have definitely used that. Maybe it was for the thumb, I'm not sure. That's a nice old relic. These mosquitoes are really eating us up in here. We're gonna keep going. I mean, who knows, we might stumble across something really good, but let's keep going.
All right, I don't know if you can tell, I got dirt all over my face. I'm sweating like crazy. It's not that hot out today, but it's super humid. And that mosquitoes, of course, they fly on, and then you swat at them, wipe your face, and you get dirt all over your face. Finally, I have a good find in the hole. It's probably been an hour since I found anything really good, so to find this, I'm pretty excited. So it was probably about 4 inches deep. Kind of just looks like a generic suspender clip. It's really thin. I don't see any like really fancy designs on it or anything. But it's something. It's probably mid-1800s, so I'll take that. We'll throw it in a pouch and see if we can't find anything else in here before we move on.
All right, so we are at the next site. I don't know if Sean has found anything yet, but we had to get out of that one spot. We weren't really finding a whole lot. Grass was way too high, but we were in another spot where the grass is way too high. But I did find a cellar hole here behind you guys. Not too far from it, there's a big pine tree, as you can see. And we got a bunch of iron around this tree. And I got a good signal in the hole. So let me turn you around and show you what it is. Okay, so in this hole right here, I popped this out. Now this is very old. This is a pewter spoon. Looks to be maybe like a baby spoon. But it is pewter, which would date this site very early. Now this site was on the 1857 map. I did go through this high grass some, and I was not hearing hardly any tones. I don't know if somebody's been in here before. They missed that. So that could have very easily been a silver coin or something else desirable. So they didn't get it all if they were in here. But we're gonna keep going and see if we can find anything else. Let's go. All right, everybody, got a good signal here. It's an 84 now, right at the base of this big tree. I just dug that pewter spoon not too far, so we'll get you out. Right down at the base of the big tree, there's this big root that comes down here, and not very shallow at all. I think I got something round, so let me turn you around and show you what it is. All right, so right here at the base of this root, it was blowing my ears out, and I thought it was gonna be junk. And I got a glimpse of something around. It might be a button, it could be a coin right there. It's an Indian head penny. See if we can get a date off of it. Boy, that's nice. Holy cow, 1901. Got a pewter spoon bowl and a 1901 Indian head penny.
Wow, that's a good sign.
Yep. All right, let's keep going. All right, everybody, we are at our third and possibly our final stop today. We get a cellar hole at the bottom of this base of this hill. Now this is all high ground. It's completely surrounded. It's almost like a little knoll. So it's low down there. It's low. This is like a hump on the hill. But anyways, the base of this hill, there's a cellar hole. So I'm like, okay, let's come up over here where it's easier swinging for one. Now there's like a big cliff right there, it goes down to the creek. So I'm thinking maybe there was something up here that they may have used. But I got a couple signals up here. I'm gonna show them to you now. They turned out to be some pretty decent finds. So hopefully there's a coin or something up here, a nice old coin. So let me turn you around and show you what it is. All right, so a couple pieces I've dug in this general area. So this would be the first one. Again, not exactly sure what that is. It is solid brass. I think it has a number right here, or maybe a letter. But I'm not sure if you can tell what that is. And then I dug a couple of these pieces that have some square nail holes punched through it. And then I just found a D-buckle. So that's all a good sign. I mean, this could be 1800s, early 1900s, but this area is seeing a lot of activity back into the 1700s as well. So we'll see. All right, we're at a site today. Me and Sean just been kind of driving around and trying to figure out where we can find some sites, and we happened upon this place here. Sean is right over here. Now there was 2 church sites on this road, sandwiched in between 2 of these roads, and there's nothing there now, or nothing here now. It was on a 1900 map, not on an 1860 map. Sean's over there. He says he just dug something at the same time I did. He says he's got a coin. I also have a coin. He knows what his is, so let's come on over and show us what it is.
It's 86, 87, so you can take a guess.
Weedy. Question is what year? All right, so there's Sean's. Looks like an 1921 or 25. It is a wheat penny. Now mine here, there you go, buddy.
Did you see the numbers on yours?
No, it was mixed in with iron and stuff. So let's clean it up and see what it is. I did pull some melted glass out of the same hole. Let's see. Actually, let me clean it up. We'll come right back. All right, so there's mine. I do believe I see an 1889. We'll take that. Hopefully this is 1 or 2 of many to come. Sean's already digging something else over there, so let's keep going here. Let's see what we can find at this old church site. All right, Sean says he's got another coin over here. There's 1 cut stone over here. And that's where he's getting all his signals. This would have been the first church, and the other church would have been not too far from there. All right, so
You can tell it's tight quarters in here.
he said it was an 82 on his Deus 2. Nice dark coin. They know how to clean up pretty good.
I think that's going to be an Indian.
Let me see.
Yeah, I think I see the shield on top.
Wow, it's going to be in great shape, dude.
Let's clean it up and see if we can come up with a date on it. Wonder if I'll bust into the 1800s. That's an Indian.
Yep, for sure. All right, get us a date.
I didn't bring my readers.
Well, we both were wrong. It's 1896. You guys might have seen that before us. Our eyes are not the greatest. He just got reading glasses, and so did I.
But we're not wearing them.
And we're not wearing them. All right. Awesome. Great condition, man.
I was
Good
worried
deal.
I wasn't going to get an Indian because he just pulled one.
It's got to be silver in here.
Got to be. 3 coins that quick.
Let's go.
All right, guys, way down in here, I got a very faint 87. It was repeating though, so I dug it. Really had to work to get it out, but looks like we have a Wheatie, and I do see a date there, 1914, I think. Very cool. Lots of coins here. That's a good sign. All right, Sean says he's got another coin. Wow, man, this is what, 5 or 6 coins out of here so far.
Something
I got
like that.
two, I think.
This will
You
be my
got third, yeah, 5.
I mean, it's terribly rocky in here. I mean, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
Surrounded
there's
by rocks.
a lot of rocks in here.
You can barely dig. Look at all the rocks in here. But the good thing about that is, for me, the coins aren't going real deep, so. Another Indian.
Nice.
Yep. That one's a little crustier. I don't know, dude. That one's pretty freaking crusty.
So we'll clean it up a little bit more and see a good date off of it. All right, 1907. Mosquitoes are freaking killing us, so I'm gonna make this quick. Well, there's Sean's got a signal back there, but I just dug a couple of good items. We're in a new area again. We're down along the river. On the old 1860s map, it shows that there should have been a store and a hotel and a bunch of other home sites, but the problem is it was likely wiped out by the new railroad tracks that come through. We have this area up above the railroad tracks. There's like an old trail that went up into the hill, and there's a little level area up here. So I've dug a couple of signals so far, just kind of testing the waters, and this is technically my third old find. So let me turn you around and show you what it is. Okay, so this is my third signal. Now this is going to be what I think is an old sash buckle. Pretty ornate. Ooh, I heard an ooh behind me. So Sean's got something good. I also dug this ornate piece. This is brass, I do believe, or actually no, it's not brass because you can kind of see it's like I'm not sure what kind of metal that would have been. That come up a 77 on a Deus 2. And then I got a signal over here, and I left it because I wanted to show you guys. There's another sash buckle. I'm not sure what date that range that would be, but those are all 3 old finds on this top, so this actually might turn out to be a nice little site. We're going to slow down a little bit, but let's go over and check out Sean's find. He's setting up over here.
It's my favorite thing. I know you see it laying there.
I don't see it. Oh yeah, there you go.
So it's a suspender clip, and I think, is that still the fabric in there?
Sure is.
That's pretty cool.
Piece of leather still in it.
Yep, you can still see it. That's why it's not moving. Has a piece of leather still hanging in it. That's pretty awesome. That's a first for me. Buckles all over the place, huh? You got buckles, I got a clip.
Yep, that's not bad. Let's spend a little time in here.
This was deep. It was 7 inches, probably 8 inches, the depth of the pinpointer. I'm gonna see if I can keep that leather in there. It'll be pretty awesome if I can maintain that in there without that falling out. That's pretty cool.
All right, so not too far from that sash buckle, I just dug this. I'm not sure what it is. It's got ants coming out of it. Got like a little ridge here. It is heavy. I would venture to guess it's probably either lead or pewter. Any guesses on that? I thought, when I first seen it, I thought maybe a whistle. You'll blow in on this end, but I'm not sure. All right, so Sean's digging something up there. We think it might be iron, but he's got like a 90s. You still hear it?
I'm not gonna dig it any further. Sounds like garbage.
I had like a 78 to 80 here. Well, I just popped this out of the hole. Now this is not, it's not iron or metal. It's not metal, but I'm gonna venture to guess that whatever I have in that hole is probably a pocket knife, because that, I believe, is partially a handle off an old knife. So let's see. Let's find it. I didn't look for it yet. Okay, so it's gonna be right here somewhere. Still pretty deep.
Well, it's that, whatever it is. It still kind of looks like the bottom of a knife. It's definitely what it was. I'm not sure. Must have been an iron knife, and maybe this was a brass bottom to it. And then, so if that was there like that, this would have been like the bottom of the knife, like that, I bet. And the blade was probably iron, which rusted away. I bet you that's what it is. Huh, pretty neat.
All right, so Jerry just dug that pocket knife item thingy-ma-do. And I know this is gonna be on the same video from the hunt that we did in the rain when we got thunderstormed out. But I have a piece here. It's almost the same kind of thing going on. I'm gonna show you. So it's a hollow piece, and it looks fancy, obviously, on that one side. And then it looks like there's a hinge right here where it would have closed. But it's just hollow, and it's just a real dainty piece of metal. Kind of like a flower design, I'm gonna say. I have no clue what that is. Leave a comment below if you have any idea.
All right. Is it a... Oh, dude. It's not silver, is it?
I don't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna have two guesses. A half cent or a 2-cent piece.
It kind of looks like a 2-cent piece. That looks copper though too, doesn't it?
See anything coming through yet?
Grease it up a little bit.
I see something trying to come through.
It's not a 2-center. Can you guys see the roundness right there in the center? I believe that is a half-cent. That is a half-cent. So that would be early 1800s.
Yeah. What, like 1812,
yeah,
1820?
because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I do see a wreath there, like if it would be on a large cent. So we're going to be pretty delicate. It actually might come out decent. So we're going to clean this up, and hopefully we got something good when we come back. Well, it's not a half-cent.
It's not?
No.
What is it?
It's a 2-cent piece.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can you see the shield now?
Now you can see the 2 right in the middle. You see it?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, it's definitely a 2-cent piece. You can see it right there. You guys might have guessed that before us. You're probably yelling at the screen, it's a 2-cent piece. But hey, man, congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
What? It's been a year since we found a 2-cent piece.
Yeah,
last summer.
Would have been last summer, and that on the where I was talking about finding it before.
That might clean up, even way better than what it is. So
yeah, these usually clean up pretty well.
Awesome. 1860s.
Yeah, it'll be like
Civil War era. Yeah.
There's got to be this old silver coin in here.
We've been saying that all day.
I know it.
All right, I got another signal here. It's a weird one, but it's pretty cool. So let's turn you around. All right, so I found this in the hole with it. Early, probably medicine bottle of some kind. We'll have to keep our eyes out for the privy. This piece here is a mid-tone. It looks like it's pewter. It's fallen apart. Kind of reminds me of maybe like a bag seal or something. I don't think it is. I think it's pieced to a spoon or something like that. But it's got like a heart design or something. Scallop design on it. But Sean's taking something over there. Well, let's keep going. So I got a signal here. Another one of Sean's favorite finds. That's actually in pretty good shape. Makes me wonder if there's a patent date on it too. But that is an old suspender clip. Kind of looks like it may have some writing there. So, yep, brick. Yep. Yeah, there was definitely a structure up here on this hill. All right, let's keep going. It's exciting.
All right, so I'm way down over the hill from where I found the 2-cent piece. That would have been my last good find. I have this in the hole here. You can tell by looking at it, I'm sure what it is. So this is a pewter spoon handle, and it has a little bit of a design on it, I think, which is usually not known for pewter. I mean, it could be just a, damage that was been done. Hard to say, but very cool find. So glad to have it. See if there's anything else down this way. All right, so I didn't film it, but about 4 feet from where I found the pewter spoon handle, I found part of the bowl. Too bad it wasn't complete. Would have been able to display it a little bit better, but I do have a find here as well. Something that Jerry and I usually find a lot on these old home sites, but there's the toe tap, and it has tons and tons of holes on it, just like they normally do. So pretty cool find. I'm actually on the road that would have came up to this flat spot up on the side of the hill. So we're gonna see if there's anything else on this hillside and road, and we'll let you know whenever we get there.
So Sean is right there. He just got done filming that toe tap, and I got a first in the hole. Now, it is a suspender clip, but the reason why it's a first is because it actually has the bottom section of the suspender clip still in it. And you can see the leather over here on the side. That is cool. I'm not sure exactly why or how. That's pretty neat.
All right, guys, so Jerry and I were wrapping it up. Didn't get too bad on these sites that we found today. One was just a hidden site off the side of the road. Pretty crazy that we even found that. 2 combined hunts, some good stuff we found. If you like the content, check out that video up there. Otherwise, we'll see you out there for the next adventure.
Was a 70 on the Deus too. I'm gonna guess it's probably piece to a compact or, oh my gosh, don't know. But anyways, just cut that out, Sean.